So you want to sell this spring. At least you think you do. Ideally, you live in a place that looks like this during the spring. But hey, I see you, Edmonton. I know this doesn't happen till June. That's okay. Let's talk about the spring market. When does it start? This year? Probably late February. Yeah, I know. Here's the thing about spring market. It's better to be early than late. It's better to be early than late. The early bird really does get the worm in the spring market. Even if you're listed a couple of weeks early before things start moving and grooving, the market will accelerate into your listing. Whereas if you wait until late June, something came up, you had to do the thing, you had a little vacation, made a long weekend, had to paint the room or whatever. If you're late to spring market, oh boy, if you're not priced deadly spot on, then all of a sudden it turns into summer. Most of the buyers have bought, all the best properties are sold, and you are now in line with the leftovers. Heading into summer, which is typically when most Canadians are on summer vacation. They're either out at the cabin or the lake, camping, whatever, patio season. It slows down in the summer. So the first thing I would say is if you are considering selling this spring, get ready early. Don't start doing stuff in early March. Start doing stuff right now in January. Trust me, it'll creep up faster than you think. And even the time it takes to get your property on the market, from the time that you sit down with your realtor to have an initial consultation about what needs to be done to get the property listed, a week or two to get the property ready, coming in and taking the professional photographs, filling out the paperwork, getting on the market. It's like a 3-week process. Yes, I know. A realtor who's got themselves organized can get your property on the market in 2 or 3 days. But do you want a rush job, or do you want your house to look perfect and amazing in the photos and be marketed well and sell for top dollar? This takes a bit of prep time. So give yourself time to do that prep. If you want to sell in the spring, start doing things kind of in late January-ish. From a market perspective, when is the best time to sell in Canada? It's always the spring. Whether we're in a high interest rate situation like we are right now, if the market's hot, if the market's cold, that's the macro market. That's the world at large. Is there a war going on? Are there high interest rates? Is there inflation? Is it a good time? Is it a bad time? That's a whole other conversation. What I can tell you is that every single year in Western Canada, the best time to sell is in the spring. 2023 will be no different. The best time to sell in 2023 will be in the spring. Whether spring 2023 will be better than spring 2022, 2021, 2020, 2019, 2018, will it be the best spring to sell? Tough to say. That's the macroeconomics of the situation. But if you are thinking of selling this year, get it going in the spring, get it going early, because if you're late to the party, all the good buying is done. It's like the old high school dance. All the people have already coupled off. You don't want to be there at closing time, looking around, being one of the last people to be selling. Everything sells at the right price. That's real estate. That's selling real estate 101. Everything sells at the right price. But the right price for your property in July isn't going to be the same as the right price for your property in the heat of spring market in April, maybe May. In addition to that, look at the average days on market in your marketplace. In Edmonton, for example, it's 50-ish. In Vancouver, 25-ish. So if you want to sell into spring market, well, you got to be on the market 25 to 50 days before that. Okay, that is also February-ish. And if we need a 3 or 4 week lead time, that means you really need to start putting the wheels in motion January-ish. So yes, I know when we think spring, we think flowers blooming, we think snow melting, but in real estate terms, it happens way sooner. So to answer the question, how do I get ready to sell in the spring? Start early. To answer the question, should I sell this spring? Well, I think that if you want to sell in 2023, spring is going to be the best time to do it. The best way to answer that question for you is to get a realtor to do a value assessment on your property. And if that number makes sense, great. If you like that number, great. And get her moving. Don't wait until April or May to get the value assessment done on your house, because it means that your property won't be on the market till it's too late. Now, I personally think we're going to see a great spring in 2023. Why? Because as soon as the interest rates started going up, all these buyers said, oh, I'm going to wait and see. How many of you watching this video are waiting and seeing? Wait and see, wait and see, wait and see. The Bank of Canada has already said they're going to be slowing, if not easing up on the interest rate increases. So the third interest rate announcement of the year is going to be on April 7th. That interest rate announcement, if it does not increase or please have it decrease, everybody who's done waiting and seeing is going to see stability in the market, and there's going to be a big rush of buyers who've been on the sidelines for 6 to 8 months back into the marketplace. And I can tell you, even me, myself, a real estate investor, I'm going to be selling a couple of my houses this spring. So if you're interested in, let me know. But more importantly, in terms of how I'm acting, that's what I'm doing. So hope that helps you. Sellers, you're thinking about it. That's what you got to do.